Frozen 2 is the follow up to the immensely popular Frozen, while you follow your favorite characters Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven while they figure out the mystery of the magical forest. I wouldn't call myself a huge fan of the original Frozen, but I didn't hate it either. I remember actually seeing it in theaters and just being blown away by the beautiful animation of the film. I thought the songs were pretty good. I thought the story and the themes they explored in that movie was pretty good as well. So walking into Frozen 2, I was actually pretty excited on what they can do with these characters and how they were going to make a sequel to this immensely popular film. Especially because once I saw the teaser for this movie, I really loved the darker tone that it kind of had throughout the teaser, which I didn't know if they could pull this off, but I really love when these movies make sequels that are more darker and mature, but that's just me. That's how I like my movies. So I was really curious on whether or not they can pull that off. And I gotta say, I had a pretty good time in Frozen 2, but I don't think it's better than the original. What they did with the story in Frozen 2 was totally unexpected to me, and I kind of liked how they decided to expand the lore of Frozen, which is something that I thought I would never say, the lore of Frozen. It basically pulls an Avatar of the Last Airbender and gives a spotlight to the different elements of this world and how they interact with each other. There is also a mystery in this magical forest where there is this mist where people cannot get in or out of. And I, for the most part, really enjoyed the mystery of this film. And the reason why I put air quotes in it is because I feel like that they could have gone just a little bit further with the mystery. And I'm not expecting like a Knives Out mystery. They have to keep it pretty simple because it is a kids movie, but for some reason I thought they went a little too obvious with it. At the very beginning, I knew kind of exactly where they were going, and the mystery was not really a mystery at all, but that's me being a 23-year-old guy going and seeing Frozen 2. So I wouldn't necessarily take my word for it, but I would have liked to see a little more intrigue in the mystery. As I mentioned, the first movie had beautiful animation, and they do the same thing for this movie. This is a gorgeous film. The animation is stellar, especially when Elsa gets to use her ice powers. It's just, it's so pretty. There are multiple times in this movie where my jaw hit the floor of how just pretty the animation in this film is. So good on you, Disney. You did the thing you've been doing for decades and you just keep getting better and better at. Good for you. Also want to give a huge shout out to Olaf. I thought he was really funny, and the complex that the writers gave him to struggle over was smart and totally unexpected. So yeah, I thought Olaf was one of the strongest points in this movie, along with the animation. His song is even great. And speaking of the songs, I thought the majority of these songs were really great. Elsa has two really great power ballads. Even though they don't reach the heights of Let It Go, which I don't think anything could, but I thought her two songs were really great. I thought the majority of these songs were really great. So, yeah. But I have to talk about something that I really didn't like in this movie, which was Kristoff. Kristoff I found really annoying, and the things that the writer gave him to do in this movie I thought were really annoying. I felt like he did not have a place in this movie. I feel like he was not needed, but the writers needed to put him in this movie because he's a really famous character from the first one, so they had to put him in there. But this whole proposal, like throughout the movie, he tries to propose to Anna, and I just never found it funny. I found it more annoying. And they also give an interesting choice where he kind of talks for his reindeer. He like puts on a funny voice and he talks for his reindeer. I get that it's supposed to be funny, but I just kind of found it annoying. Overall, I thought Frozen 2 was a really good sequel to Frozen. Even though it doesn't surpass the original, I thought the ideas that this movie gives was really smart. And the way they expand on the lore of Frozen, I thought was really nice. So, if you like the original, I recommend this one. I think it's a really great time in the theater, so go check out Frozen 2. Anyways, that's it for me. Bye!